Welcome to the Diary of Dating Over 50 with Tanya R. Lewis, the hottest dating show on social media, hosted by the sassiest model of them all, Tanya R. Lewis. Are you 50 and single, dating or waiting to mingle? Be a guest on the Diary of Dating Over 50 with your host, Tanya R. Lewis.
Welcome to another episode of the Diary of Dating Over 50 with your host, Tanya R. Lewis. Well, I know y'all been waiting on this because I've been advertising the heck out of it. How flight attendants date. We are here to put the rumors to rest. And y'all know how I do it. I allow my guests to introduce themselves. I have two beautiful flight attendants here. One was a former flight attendant. However, she dated while she was a flight attendant. So, first, Katina, give a little bit of information about you.
Hi, I'm Katina. I am 53 years old. I have been single for a while now, but dating is something.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do other than fly?
Other than fly, I am a grandmother of two. I have a newborn, and he is 3.5 months old. I have an 8-year-old, and he's actually 7. He's going to be 8 on the 16th.
Okay.
But he'll tell you he's already 8.
8.
So,
Okay.
hey.
All right. All right. Then we have the beautiful Aisha. Tell us a little bit about you.
Hey y'all, coming straight from the A, it's Aisha Blackford. I'm a former flight attendant with Delta Airlines, and I am 50, and yes, I'm a grandmother as well, and my grandbaby will be 1 year old on the 13th, so I'm excited about the first year birthday party, but I'm really excited to be here with you today, Tanya. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Come on, give us some more information. Now, I know you a model, you an actress.
Oh, yeah, I'm the teacher, let me see, model, actress, teacher, bae. Okay.
Bae?
Yes, model, actor, teacher, bae. So yes, I am single. I've been single for a minute, and I do have some really great stories about what it was like on that airplane and walking through the airport and all of that stuff. So I wasn't 50 then, but yeah, it's definitely, this is gonna be hot, y'all.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna dive right into this. Y'all know I don't waste no time with it. Okay. So my first question is, what are some common misconceptions people have about flight attendants and their dating habits?
Would you like to dive in first?
Well, the first one is that we got boyfriends everywhere, just get flued out all the time because we have free flight benefits and, we just have a plethora of people on the roster.
Yes.
It's not accurate.
No.
Definitely not
It
accurate.
is.
Not at all.
At all. Yeah, I definitely get that a lot. I'm like, a lot of people think like, okay, she's gone. So boyfriends are so,
Right.
some of them are so insecure. They're like, she's got to be with somebody in this state. So I'm going to call her to see if she's going to answer the phone. I'm going to call her and see if she picks up. I'm like, I'm flying, okay? I don't want to land and have 50 phone calls.
50 messages.
50 messages.
So, but you know
it's
what? They don't understand. Just like normal people get jet lagged, our butts be tired too.
Oh, yeah.
Tired.
A lot of times when we get, because I'm a flight attendant too, guys. Yeah. Yay me. I became a flight attendant at almost 60.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's never too
Yeah.
late.
It's
It's never
Yeah.
too late.
So, but a lot of times we are so tired when we get in the city, the only thing we want to do is eat and go to bed.
Indeed.
Okay, so let me ask this question. How does your job as a flight attendant impact relationships that you've been in? Aisha, answer that question. How did it impact that relationship that you were in? Not now, because you single, right? She's single right now, y'all.
I'm single right now.
She's single right now. But how did it
Available.
impact those relationships?
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for relationships, period, because you're gone for a period of time. And yeah, people think that you're out going to happy hour after you get off and everything like that. You don't have time to do that. You don't have time to do anything. The same thing when you get off work, like when you go home, what you want to do? Put your feet up, soak in the tub for a minute, have a glass of wine. But it's hard to be in a relationship when it takes a lot of trust. It takes a lot of trust.
That
Because
T word came up.
It takes a lot of trust because, your mind really can wander. It really can. Just like our minds wander regularly. But then when you're like, oh, she's out, she's so beautiful, and she's out being so glamorous, and she's a flight attendant, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm tired.
Right.
Okay, time to go home. Let's get on the crew van and
let's
get
go.
behind the hotel.
Let's go to the hotel.
And so it without the trust, it's not gonna work. And that's
So that
even
relationship was damned from.
I think it was. I didn't trust him. I met him on the airplane. I didn't trust him. I was like, where are you? What you talking about? Your phone don't work in whatever
City you in,
So, so it was very, very difficult to stay connected and to stay trustworthy. And so sometimes you just really have to shut yourself up as well as tell your mate to gotta calm down all the stuff that's going on in your head, because honestly, you're not out there doing anything.
Yeah.
You're at work and you're tired and you can't wait to get home. You don't have time to be you don't really have time to be out and about and doing things, but trust really is a big thing.
Katina, how you feel about that? How was your relationship?
Exactly the same, but also having to cancel and just them not being understanding of you having to, okay, I'm not going to get home on time tonight. I had to work a little extra, and it's almost like that kind of instills insecurity, and I'm like, okay, well, you definitely can't help delays. You can't help anything like that. Long layovers, extra layovers, 4 and 5 day trips, which we all do the 4 and 5 day trips.
Yes.
So just being away for 6 days at a time sometimes it's kind of hard for the guys or even the girls, for the male flight attendants. It's kind of hard for
the 10%.
them to adjust with that. Yeah.
The 10%.
Yeah.
Okay. So me as a flight attendant, I got engaged as a flight attendant. Yeah. And he wasn't worried about me because he was doing his thing. Oh, she gone. So, and then I found the bank statement with, what's that deli place that costs about $10 for a sandwich, but he spent about $60.
Ooh.
So there had to be 2 people, right?
Sounds about right.
Okay, all right. And then you went to the Embassy Hotel right after. So, and I just came back from training and had my first trip. Yeah.
Okay.
So it also creates the trust on the flight attendants' behalf because, they have the opportunity to be able to do what they want to do as well, And I'm asking him to come on my trip with me to Atlanta. Oh, I'm not coming to Atlanta no more. I met you there. Now you live in Tennessee. So, but you in Kentucky. And your bank statement said it. So as a flight attendant, your trust factor, that trust word is hard. It's hard to trust, especially with the smorgasbord of men and women. My thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I walk up and down that aisle, I feel like I'm on a runway. My skirt fitting real good. So, Katina, tell me how you feel, because your dress be so cute on you. And then she got this little bitty waist. So, tell me how you feel walking up and down.
Well, definitely confident at all times. It's so funny because as I'm walking up and down, there's so many guys who's like, oh, you're a little intimidating. You're intimidating. I'm like, why would you even think that? But, once they get to talk to me and we have that conversation, and it's almost clearly all the legs, basically, all the legs.
Yeah.
Okay. But, some of them are confident enough to approach you. Some of them
just
are
look.
not.
Yeah.
But you have the look, and they let you know on the way out
Yep.
or on the way on. But, women like us, you have to, we pick and choose clearly,
Yes.
and we're not gazing at each and every one of them that's gazing at us, which is
Oh, say
like,
that.
again, contrary to what they all think. I'm like, hey, I'm not giving my phone number to everybody that's winking
No.
at me, okay?
I had this little young guy come up and stick his number in my hand. I was like, okay. And then yesterday, I had this little young guy come up, baby. That fine little boy put his hands around me. I said, you are not supposed to hug a 61-year-old like that.
Not like that.
No, he just grabbed me and I'm like, he was like, I was just thanking you, boy, if you don't get off this airplane. Yeah. So we that part of dating is they can't trust us and we can't trust them.
Right.
But you have to be able to. You have to be able to. I had a flight attendant that was going to be here that was married. However, her father got really, really sick. And I really wanted to talk to her to see how her husband, because she met her husband on a layover at a live concert. And so,
story.
yeah, you know part of the story,
Yes,
right?
beautiful
So
story.
how do she explain a little bit about how she met her husband and how they trust each other? Because that's where she met her husband on a
I'm
layover.
just going to say it was destiny because basically she was a slam clicker. So
a slam clicker.
She was always a slam clicker. She would
Slam
never
click.
go out.
Wait a minute.
When you get on the
Hold.
crew
Oh,
van
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let her
Slam
explain
the
what a
door
slam clicker is.
and
Click
click
the door.
and turn the lock and
Oh
put
my
your little
God,
thing
I've
on.
never heard that
It's
before.
slam click. I don't need to talk to nobody. I don't
Slam
want to go to
click.
the bar. I don't want to do nothing.
Slam
click.
clicker.
She's a slam clicker.
And then you close your legs real tight, huh?
Nobody
But go
get
ahead.
up in him.
Finish that story for
Put
me.
the sign on the door. But she would never go out with the crews. But this particular time, she went out by herself because there was
She went out by herself?
There was a live concert, and the story was really cute. She told me about the story, but they ran into each other, and she didn't even have. She said she had on like a t-shirt, maybe some sweats or something like
That's
that.
how we
So
dress.
it was supposed to happen, but they ended up running into each other twice that day, and and clearly the rest is history. But
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So how do they, they're in love, so they trust each other.
They
He
do.
trusts
They
the
do.
process of her being a flight attendant.
And that, it's all about, and I think it's, like you say, the mentality. Her personality is amazing. Just getting to know
Yes, she
her,
is. Yes.
finding out who she is,
Yes.
talking to her, and like, you know what? Hey, I can fall in love with this beautiful person.
That's
When I
nice.
come home, I'm okay if she's gone for 4 days because I trust her enough
Yes.
to know when I come home. Because hey, she's not giving me any other reason to doubt
That's
her,
right.
Okay.
and that's just who she is. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. So can you all remember an experience of when you went out on a date with someone that you met as a flight attendant? One of your worst experience?
Oh, a worst?
Yes, I don't want one of the most sloppy, sappy ones. I want one of them worst when you was like, oh my God, I should have never gave him my number.
I remember I flew into Salt Lake City, and somebody on my flight was like, y'all staying? We were staying over, laying over. Had a good, nice layover. Didn't have to wake up in the morning, and so I gave him my number, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna call you when, I said, well, I need about an hour to get on the van and get to the hotel. And well, where are you staying? Oh, well, I'll just call you when I'm about to. Well, he was just so eager. He was a little bit too eager. And so he stalked us all the way, stalked the crew because, I'm not going to give up the hotel
Absolutely.
name.
Right, because we don't do that.
Absolutely.
That's a no-no.
Right. So, so he stalked us in the airport, and he was like, I just was gonna, and I started getting a little nervous, like, oh my God, why did I give this man my phone number? And so he just stalked us in the airport until we got to the crew van. Had to wait for the crew van. He was still like, like this, and I was like, it's okay, just go ahead. Where you going? And I'll call you when I'm set. So it just made me really uncomfortable.
So you never went out with him?
Oh, no, I didn't go out with him. But he still, like, every time he passed through Salt Lake City, of course, he thought about me. And so he would call. don't call me no more. You're
Block?
a stalker. I don't have time for that. I don't be blocking people because then you don't know who's calling you and who's contacting you. So
That's true. That's true.
So
That's true.
I don't block folks, but it was just that was the first time that I really felt uncomfortable. With my job and like, should I have given him my number? And like, he just seemed like totally stalker. Totally stalker.
Katina, tell us the story. Because you've been a flight attendant for how many years?
8 years.
8 years. Okay.
8 years.
Okay.
And one of the weirdest places to date is Las Vegas. Lived in Las Vegas for 4 years, and there's no culture in Las Vegas. So when you go there, it's kind of like, there's some weirdos in Las Vegas. If you guys have ever been to Vegas,
Yes.
there's some
Many a
weirdos out
times.
there.
Many
So
a time.
you definitely got to be careful. They are always watching. They're always trying to follow you to where you are. But I don't know, the weirdest thing, I guess, is, and then they want you to take care of them. This was a big thing in Vegas, though. It was
The men wanted you to take care of them.
Take care of them. That was a big thing in Vegas. Like, absolutely not.
What happens in
What they were
Vegas,
used
stay
to.
in Vegas. Stay your butt in Vegas.
Stay your butt in Vegas because
And that's where they probably they moved. How they got there, I don't know, because there's so many transients there in
Yes,
Vegas.
it is.
And look, I am not your way out.
Okay. So can y'all tell me what's the best layover that you went on? Your best layover.
I did love. I love San Antonio, and
Okay.
I love San Antonio because of being a flight attendant. Going there, we always had a 24-hour layover.
Love those long
we
layovers.
We were down in the historic San Antonio district where the Coyote
What's
Ugly
that?
Bar
They
is.
go through the
River
river
Gate-
boat, the river walk, or whatever they call it.
So it was. It is. We all stayed in the best hotels and just to go out in the evening and be right there on the river walk. It was just really, really. Really nice in San Antonio. So I love San Antonio. Well, really anywhere it was a 24-hour layover, I'm good.
Okay.
Anywhere.
And what was yours, Katina?
Well, our Punta Canas are
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice looking people in Punta Cana.
Nice.
And that's the locals, the people that travel there.
Yes.
You always have a good time. It's good music. It's good fun. Good drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to mark something off of my bucket list. Yes, I flew to Newark, but I caught 2 trains over to New York. And I used to go to New York a couple times a week when I had my clothing stores. So I was always in New York, but it was always business. I never got to do a lot of things that I wanted to do. So I always wanted to run in Central Park. I caught 2 trains over and I ran. I did 10 miles over there, and then I got to eat the street food. I love the street food because that's the authentic stuff.
It is.
You get to eat the authentic stuff.
Like what?
They had some the Indian food. They had Jamaican food. They have tacos. They got the trucks, and they all around Central Park.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was just going around tasting all of them. And then I got me a big old plate, and I went back to I took 2 trains back, sat in the middle of my bed, and I was so happy. I was so happy. There wasn't no man around.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't had to be cute. It was amazing.
That's nice.
Okay. So why is it that flight attendants, what is it about flight attendants that everybody, because whenever I see a young lady or someone, and because I did a TikTok on becoming a flight attendant. At becoming a flight attendant at almost 60. I did it all the way through training. I did a TikTok every day. And the one when I came down the slide, I got like 40,000 comments and likes. But I also did one on becoming a flight attendant. And what is it about a flight attendant's life that people want to be flight attendants? Because it ain't easy. Because I know it's everything
hard.
crammed into one, and you got to pass these tests with 90% or better.
You do.
And
intense.
I think they gave us 13 days to do in the practicals. The evacuation drill is the absolute worst. So why is it that this is a glamorous lifestyle? Why do y'all catch that for me?
And it looks so glamorous because, you know, we get to travel to beautiful places and they think, okay, she was just on this island. Now she's on this island or she's doing this with that person. And these are things that they always wanted to do.
True.
Yes.
But yeah, once you get out there and it takes you 3 days just to recuperate from
It's work.
from doing whatever you just did.
Yes.
Yeah, even though you wind down once you get there, you still like, hey, when I get home, I'm going to rest because, yeah, it's still a lot of work.
But it's a glamorous life. What you think?
It is a
Aisha?
That
It
came
is.
from back in the day.
Yeah.
It came from back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you weren't a stewardess,
Uh-huh.
you weren't fine.
That's what they
okay?
called them.
You got to be fine to be a stewardess, and you got to be funny, and you got to be pretty, and your hair got to be good,
Yeah.
and everything, all of the above. So now it's like if you have the talent, if you have the aptitude, you can do it.
Right.
So
Right.
back in the day, it was like, nope, your legs had to be this long,
Yes.
and your arms had to be this long. You
Yeah.
had to be able to reach. You had to be able to do all of these things, which we still do, but
Yeah.
they were so discriminatory
Yeah.
back
Right.
in the
Because
day.
back in the day, you
Very
had to
elite.
be white.
Hello.
You had to be under 20.
Hello.
You couldn't have no children, and you had to be petite enough to fit in the uniforms.
Yes.
You could not be
Yes.
curvy like we are today. It wasn't for the black women. You couldn't be married. None of that. So today, I mean, I've sat in jump seat with somebody that took half of my jump seat.
Okay.
Recently.
Stop it now.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. But for real.
But
So
yeah,
they
there's no discrimination anymore.
Yeah.
There's no
so-
discrimination.
as long as
Right.
they can get through the
Yeah.
door.
And as long as that belt clicks.
Yep. And they do the evacuation, they can get through the window and take that window off.
That's all that matters. So
Yeah.
the elitism of being a flight attendant, I think, even from back in the day, because they stopped that long time ago. But the elitism that was associated with being a stewardess,
Yes.
and traveling to exotic places and meeting celebrities on the airplane,
Yes.
you know, that are listed under wrong names.
Yes.
And stuff. I was
They don't do
like,
that no more.
Oh, they
Oh
don't?
no, you got to use your ever since the 9/11.
9/11.
Ooh no, you got to be who you are.
Okay.
So if I,
They
but
got
you know, and I be, you know, Katina and I are with Frontier, so I be thinking that really because we are a low cost carrier. You know, we're for somebody that got 5 kids and themselves, and they be able to take their kids on vacation. But
Turn
you
up.
think that these people are not going to fly out, but we have just as many celebrities
Yes.
as anybody else.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
Let's be smart. Okay?
So, okay, now I have a question. Ooh, have any of y'all ever slept with a pilot?
That's a no for me.
Look at her over here.
Yes.
It's gonna be a no for me.
Well, he was on his way to the job interview, right? He was on his way to the job interview, and
For a pilot?
to be a pilot with Delta. He flew for somebody else already, but he was on his way.
And you gave him some? He hadn't got the job yet?
Oh, we-
But you knew he was going to get the job, right?
We look. It don't be about that. It don't be about that. It be about that, you know, he was a handsome man and you
Fine.
know,
He was fine. Like, was he 3 fines? Fine.
he was fine.
2 fines? 1 fine?
You know,
Okay.
finna be a pilot with Delta, you know,
Okay.
as a flight attendant with Delta, and I'm like, all right, we finna be the power Delta couple, and you know, so but it didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
Yeah,
What happened?
I live in Atlanta, and he was living in Hilton Head, and no matter how many times I flew out there, it just
I
don't like-
it's hard. Long distance are
Yes.
very, very difficult.
Yeah,
Yes.
how long?
Very, very difficult.
Yes.
And
Indeed.
yeah. And I done had a couple pilots like check me out, but I think they are with our pilots. They scared because a lot of them have gotten so much trouble, married and messing around with the flight attendants. But they do. Flight attendants and crew and pilots hook up. They do hookups.
and do.
Okay.
I know some of the married couples. So
That
yes,
hook up?
Indeed. No, some that are married now.
But they
you
started
know,
off
they
hooked.
started out, you know, dating or whatever. And, hey, it works for some. It doesn't work for others. So.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing now. Have either one of you decided, because I went to school with I went to training with a young lady, and now she is she just got her commercial pilot license. She's getting ready to she's in school to get her pilot license. Have either one of you ever thought about going to that extent? No. Yeah, I'm either, because I don't like their uniforms. They gotta wear pants and ugly shirts.
No, some of them actually wear them really cute. I've
Yeah.
been seeing
They
some
have.
of them actually dress it up really nice.
Well,
And they put
I
the little hat on.
yeah. I
they-
love
they
the
can dress
hats.
it up.
I
They
love
can
the
dress
hats.
it
I
up.
love the hats. So, have either one of you, would you want your daughters to be or your sons to be flight attendants?
Absolutely.
And what do y'all think about the 10%ers? Y'all know what the 10%ers are?
No.
I know some of y'all don't know.
Yes, honey. Tell me what it is.
Y'all don't know what the 10%. Okay, so the 10%ers are the straight men that are flight attendants. They say it's only. They said it's only 10%.
Or the 1%ers.
They said it's 10%. Because when a flight attendant, there's a flight attendant tried to hit on me, and this is how I found out. He was like, and I am part of the 10%ers. I was like, well, what is that? And he said, well, it's only 10% of us that are straight. I was like, so do you have to push that? Because
Yes.
and it is, because the majority of them be gay or bisexual. So, have you hooked up? Have you hooked up with another flight attendant?
No.
No. Why not? Both of y'all checking y'all head.
You gotta reach up. And
Well,
You gotta reach.
for me.
Okay.
I like to reach up.
Okay.
I don't want to be right.
Reach to the
here
side.
with me. No, no lateral moves. Just
No lateral.
promotions.
Okay.
So-
What about you, Katina?
no, I mean, the ones that have approached me, I haven't really been attracted to.
Because they ain't fine, are they?
And then they were probably so super junior. I'm like, really?
That's
Like,
that's what I'm
seriously?
saying, right?
We can't even put our money together and buy a house.
Not just junior, but young.
Young
And
yeah.
junior.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
that
Okay.
part.
All right. So, tell me, when did you decide that I want to be a flight attendant? Katina, tell me that.
Well, my older sister's a flight attendant. She's
Is
been
she?
flying for 35 years.
Wow.
36 years.
Who's she with?
With United.
Wow.
Okay.
And at that time, when she was doing it, she actually met all those requirements, was tall enough, and, not all of them, but, she was tall enough. And at that time, when she was doing it, you did have to be a certain height.
Yes.
So, I tried it back back earlier, because we're almost 10 years apart.
Okay.
So she, we talked about it, and then I went on, I finished my degree. I worked in my, field for years, for about 15 years, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. And it was so funny because she was like, "Why didn't you come with United? Over here." I was like, "I don't like you guys' spaces. I'm definitely not going to Chicago. I used to live in
Yes.
Jersey, so I definitely wasn't going to Newark. So I was like,
Yes.
and I actually, when I first came on to Frontier, and I had never heard anything about it, but I loved it when I first came on, and they had just opened up the base in Las Vegas, and
okay.
it was really nice. So I enjoyed it.
Okay,
And
so-
I'm happier now that we're in Atlanta.
Yes. So tell me, how do you, because people ask me, why you didn't go with Delta? How do you feel about being a Frontier flight attendant? Because we're Frontier flight attendants. And with Delta, and because people always, when I say I'm a flight attendant, first thing they say, you were Delta? No. First thing, Delta don't have a union.
It's okay. They pay real good.
Okay. But
That's
so
hilarious.
how do you feel about that?
It's so funny because I still commute on Delta because
Yeah.
I actually live in Savannah. So I commute back and forth. And sometimes I get on the flight and they're like, why aren't you with Delta? You need to switch that uniform out because, I guess you have to fit the MO or,
Right.
or whatever. But I did apply many years ago. Things have definitely changed and maneuvered. But, after I had gotten into a certain place, I was like, you know what? I love where I'm at, and I'm comfortable with that. And it would be nice, of course, the pay and all that good stuff. But,
Right. But then we don't have to learn 20 aircrafts.
you definitely don't have to learn.
We don't have to serve all the
You
food.
don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
But, it's, you know.
Yeah, because
and one day it comes, and hey,
Delta is not easy to get with either. You know, I interviewed with them. I got to the part of the virtual, and then they unfortunately, we went with somebody else. Okay, so what?
Yeah, I made it down to the bottom 50, and I think it was more so. I don't know. I kind of felt it was something going on in the room.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, maybe not.
Well, we doing our thing at we have a whole new wing of our own in Frontier. You know, yep. And so, what made you want to be a flight attendant, Aisha, and then why did you leave?
So, I used to, when I was in college, I was a flight attendant with Gulfstream.
Oh, you telling her age, y'all.
Gulfstream was a commuter for United, and all I did was go from Miami to Sandals Resort in the Bahamas, back and forth.
Did you stay? Were you able to stay overnight? Nope,
we
just
didn't.
back and forth.
I mean, I could go on my day off, but and then so I did try with other airlines back in college, but I'm a teacher. I was a teacher, so the opportunity presented itself. And I actually did make it to, and so I was just so flabbergasted, like, oh my God, I am going to be a Delta. I mean, I have the opportunity because class was hard.
Yes, it was.
Class is hard. It is not a joke at all.
At all.
All your flight attendants are very smart, highly educated, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Very, very difficult.
It's
I cried the whole time.
Yeah, hardest thing I've ever done.
It is definitely the hardest.
Cried the whole entire time.
It was intense.
Very intense.
Very intense.
That's the only word I can use.
And then when you see somebody that fail, I had a girl in the room with me. She stayed so connected with her family. I cut off everybody. I didn't talk to not a soul. But she talked to everybody, and then she failed one, and you get an opportunity to take another one. But then she was running around, and I said, okay, I was flashcards. I made flashcards for every chapter.
Everything.
So I'm like going with her, telling her, look, I'll do the flashcards with you. Oh, no, she wanted to go hang out and study with everybody else. No. Older lady hanging out with these young folks. And she took her second test and she failed. And she came in there crying, man. And I felt sorry. So that made me really break that up, So going over to Delta, so you decided to pursue your music, being a teacher.
I've been a teacher since 1997. Opportunities have presented themselves throughout my teaching career. That gave me an opportunity to do the things that I want to do. So I was a sales director with Mary Kay full time for many years. And then I left and went and I was a flight attendant with Delta for 3 years. So like I said, it's always something that I because they were so glamorous. They were so glamorous.
Would you go back?
I'm thinking about it. I really am. The only reason I stopped was my son was a junior in high school.
That had to be hard.
So
like
10th and 11th grade was like really hard. So then coming up on his senior year of high school, I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not say. I was tired of calling in because you can't call in for one leg of the trip if you have a meeting. You have to cancel your entire trip.
Try it 3 or 4 days.
And so that messes with your money. That messes with crew scheduling, and so it kind of could make you look bad. You keep calling in, and so I just said I couldn't do it because I have that much dedication to my family that I just felt like he was getting the short end of the stick. And even though he was making his own flights and flying down to see my mom and, just really enjoying
he thought he was grown, didn't he?
We all enjoyed it.
Yes. And that's the good thing about being a flight attendant. You get people ask you for buddy passes. I don't give buddy passes to everybody because you're not getting ready to mess my name up. But it is a glamorous life. You can be somewhere today and be somewhere else tomorrow. Katina, tell me, how do you balance it? How do you balance being a flight attendant, dating? Because you got a half a boo that you. How do you balance that?
This is how I handle it. I actually my schedule, because I'm more senior, I'm able
Yeah,
to
she
say,
getting-
hey, I want to work 3 or 4 days on. I want to work 3 or 4 days off. So that way I'm at home for 3 or 4 days and I'm off for 3 or 4 days. And that way I can kind of, so it doesn't seem like this month is a little bit different because I just came back from a glamorous vacation.
Where did
So
you
I
go?
gotta make
Where did you go?
I went to Paris and
Okay.
Amsterdam.
Yes.
So it was, yeah. So this month is a little bit different. So I'm actually only having the weekends off. So with that, I, just having the 2 days off and working 5 days a week, I'm like, hey, this is like, it's becoming like work.
Welcome to my world. So my
wanna
my
work like
schedule is okay. When you first become a flight attendant with Frontier, I don't know how Delta does it, but when you first become a flight attendant at Frontier, you're on reserve. They own you. Okay, I don't know my schedule. Like right now, I'm on a call tomorrow, but I don't know what time. And they call you 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and say, we have some flying for you, or you're going to sit couch. And surfing the couch is like you're actually sitting there waiting. If a flight attendant doesn't make it, you'll go up and board, or you'll go up and fly. So my life, I have been lucky to get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. However, I'm on vacation in this month, so it messed my Friday, Saturday, Sunday up. So now I'm just off today, and I'm doing a 6-day. It's illegal to work a 7 days. We have to have a day off after the 6th day. FAA requires it, and they say you cannot. No matter what I want to do, I can call and say I want to work. They will not work you because if they get
so
caught, they'll get shut down. So that's still the. So tell me, what was one of your scariest moments as a flight attendant? Because we say being up in that silver tube
in the air.
that tube in the air, and people. Because I'm gonna tell y'all mine, but I'm gonna let y'all. Tell me yours first.
Well, mine was a what they call it, a flyby. So we're coming in. The flight attendant and I are in the jump seat and facing backwards. So I'm feeling myself. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. And then we just take right back up off. We look outside like, what's going on? And the pilot comes on and he's like, pardon the interruption. Just we had to everybody be calm. I'm not calm.
Yes.
I know I was a good flight attendant. I know I was, but I am not good in emergency. I would be in there saying like, oh my God. Like, okay, so, but yeah, it was just the fact that we were on the approach and, I'm waiting for the little bump and then immediately pull back up and to find out that there was another aircraft on the runway. And this was in Vegas, honey. Those pilots might have had too much fun on their layovers. So we had to just take right back up off. And the way he had to pull up, it startled a lot of people.
He had to pull up really, really quick.
So that was a little scary. And then people were, just gasping and stuff. And, just please remain calm. Everything is fine. He came on and said that. But it was scary.
Yeah, folks don't care about that. It was happened.
Right.
Continue to tell us your story.
Mine was, I was the flight attendant in charge, and my roommate at the time was actually the C. So she's sitting next to me, and then the captain was a lady captain. They do it best.
Yes.
They do it best.
Yes.
But she called me and she said, hey, don't be alarmed. And she said it just like that. She was saying the landing flaps aren't working.
Ooh.
She said, so we're going to have to go back and come in hard and fast.
Ooh.
So
I like it hard and fast.
I was like, okay. She said, call everybody else and let them know.
I ain't talking about no damn
Not the hard
airplane
and
either.
fast.
I'm sorry, you should have said that.
Go
You
blue.
know-
I'm going to have to agree with you there.
You talking about the dog blue, huh? Come on, baby, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, when she called me, I called everybody else and I told them what was going on. But I was telling my roommate, and she freaked out immediately. I was like, she said, "Don't be alarmed."
And she went all the way.
First thing is, don't be alarmed.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, we ended up hitting the ground. It's almost like we fell out of the sky and we just bounced. We bounced, and so the windows were all open. So everybody's looking. They're looking at you because you're the point of safety.
Yes.
They're like. And I'm like, we're all good. They saw that I was okay. They were okay.
Yep.
But the lady on the first row, she was like, are those emergency vehicles out there for us? Was that for us? And I was like, absolutely not. But they were.
For
Because
us.
they were expecting it to go
A fire.
really, really
Yeah.
bad.
They expect for it to go bad, but
And there were, like,
those
fire
pilots
trucks,
landed
there were
it great.
ambulances, police, and everything. And they were waiting for it to go bad.
Okay.
But it didn't go bad, and she did a great job.
Wow.
And when we got to Denver, all the male pilots were talking about how much an amazing job she
Nice.
did.
Aw.
Girls rock.
Yeah.
Girls rock.
So my experience, I had been a flight attendant for about 4 months. 4 months. And I had just came from the cockpit. I was also the A flight attendant is the one who coordinates the flight, who's in charge of the flight. But also when the pilots have to go to the restroom, you are the one to go up front. So I had just came from coming up front, sat down, and we were, I don't know why they wanted to use the bathroom. We were almost there. We was almost in Atlanta. But they needed to go to, but I think because they had to circle because there was so much traffic.
Right.
So, air traffic control told them it was time for them, they could land. As they're coming to land, you know how you put on the brake on the highway? You know, if somebody stopped in front of you real quick? I've never been on an airplane that stopped. I mean, it stopped so hard, everybody on the aircraft went up like that.
Wow.
That's how hard.
Wow.
So once everything was done and over with, I asked the pilots, I was like, what happened? He said, we almost hit our aircraft.
Wow.
Air traffic control told us to come in. And when they was coming in, there was already an aircraft in front of them that was landing. And when he put them brakes on, he put them on, and then he went up. I've like never been so scared. I was like questioning, do I really want to be a flight attendant?
Right.
You know? And I always tell my passenger, check our face out.
Yes.
If we're not worried,
Freaking out.
then you,
Yep.
if you see us, okay. And for my audience out there, if we tell y'all to put y'all damn bags under the seat, we're not telling you that because we just picking on you. Because let me tell you something. If I have to help you and get you out of that airplane and your bag get caught up, I'm leaving your ass right there with your bag.
Absolutely.
See you later.
And that's what, and people get mad at, what?
It's for
Okay.
your safety.
It's for
we
your
are
safety.
there for your safety.
Flight attendants do
It
what?
is not
Save lives.
Live.
That's
That's what
it.
we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to harass you.
So,
Oh, yes.
have any of you ever wanted to make love in the cockpit? I did. I want to go up there and get down.
Not the cop.
I do. Y'all don't want to get something in the cockpit
No.
Yeah.
with your boo?
No.
Not just with anybody. I guess I'm the only freak in here,
I'm
huh?
gonna say no.
not the cockpit. They don't do nothing for me.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Now y'all done been up there, and I don't know if how Delta does it, but when our pilots go to the restroom, we have to go up. It always have to be two people in the cockpit. People don't know
That's
that.
FAA.
Yes. Got to be two people in case that pilot go through have a heart attack or whatever. Air traffic control, we learn certain things to be able to land an aircraft, and they will help talk us down. But anyway, when you go up there and all the lights are real pretty, like candles, y'all don't want to get some up there? Oh my
well,
God.
Well, that's up in the air. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm talking about in the air when the
like,
lights.
I had a great captain, and he brought me up into the front, and it was during sunrise. And it was just so amazing. And he just said, just come
That's
up
a major
and wit-
orgasm, girl.
Just come up and witness this beautifulness, and yes, the stars, the lights as you're approaching New York.
It's beautiful.
I mean, any city.
Beautiful.
Really it is totally.
Nobody know that
mind-blowing.
feeling
Yes.
like a pilot or a flight
Yeah,
attendant
for sure.
to be up in there.
Yes,
for
You know, and one of my funnest things to do is to take the kids up there and get pictures, and the parents to take pictures of them.
yeah.
Oh my God. And I just did one, and he's going back to school. He said, I'm going to have the best they did a take back to school thing. He said, I'm going to have the best. His mother videoed, and he was, he had the captain's hat on. Oh, he was,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, last question, probably. I don't know how much time I got
Last.
left. I don't know how much time I
We're
got
going to
left.
talk about the Mile High Club, right?
Yes, the Mile High Club.
Is that the last question?
No.
Okay, well, that's next to the last.
Okay, that's next to the last question. Mile High Club. Y'all explain that.
What?
The Mile High Club.
Are you
To my
serious?
audience, no.
Oh.
Everybody
They know.
doesn't know.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Everybody don't know.
Okay, what daddy on?
They don't know.
The Mile High Club, when you
When you
get it in, up in the air.
In the air.
Up in the air, up on the sky. So,
do y'all see people when they have blankets over them and the blankets
Yes.
be going up and down? Yes.
you know, because you can't, the bathroom is too small. It's nasty.
Yeah.
But they still try.
They still try in the bathroom. When you
One
see
will-
two
one will
people
go
come
in,
out of that bathroom.
And then the other one will try to run up in there
Yeah.
like real fast. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, we're not doing
You
that
don't
today.
have, no.
Go back to your
no,
seat.
no.
Because I've had
Do
to-
it in your
Yeah.
seat. That's
Look,
what continue to
go
tell
back
me.
to
Look,
your seat.
I have walked, and then I walk back. I'll be like, I know they ain't doing what I think they doing. I know they ain't.
Oh, my
And the
goodness.
cover, I said, you know
It's
what?
worse.
I'm gonna need both of y'all to get out from under that cover.
You tell them that?
Absolutely.
And go wash your nasty hands.
Okay.
Wash your hands.
Yes, I told them that because the covers was moving and they was moaning. And
Oh,
no.
now that's
We're
too
not gonna
much.
do it.
That's
Yes.
too much.
But if it's real good, how can you not moan?
No, because you just have to keep your decorum. Because
So
you're
you could-
already
you could hold
doing-
yours. You
you're
could hold.
already
You could
doing it in public.
look.
Like, you got
But
to
you know
calm
what?
down.
They call that bore. Everybody. I like a little boreism. You know,
is it?
boreism when people you outside and people could.
Oh, voyeurism.
Voyeur.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
Yeah.
Let me say that
Voyeur.
right.
Voyeurism.
Voyeur. Whatever it is, I like.
You can watch me too. Not me,
You can watch
not
you.
me.
Yes.
That's what voyeurism is. I was just giving a definition.
She for real, y'all. Okay, so tell me this is my final question because I know I'm probably there close. How much time I got? My people in the back. Okay, but they gonna tell me in a minute.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay, cool. Okay, I got a little bit more time than I thought I did. Okay, so how do you, I'm sorry, let's do this. What advice would you give to not even just a young lady, but even our age? What advice would you give them about becoming a flight attendant?
If it's what you want to do it. Whatever it is in life that you want to do, just do it. Don't make any excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to even say, because if it's something that I want to do,
But
I just do it.
everybody ain't like us.
that's you have to tell. That's what I'm telling
Yeah.
you. You have to tell yourself, just do it. Just like I wanna start a podcast. Just do
Yeah.
it. Well, I don't have microphones, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. That doesn't matter. Just
Because I
whatever
started
it
at
is,
home with my cell phone.
Whatever you want to do.
And look, now I'm at Scottsdale
Hello.
Podcast Cafe. I got 8
Oh,
cameras, y'all. It is 8 cameras.
Hey.
Okay.
So whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. It's never too early. It's never too late. Always just if you can do that, then I think that your life can be more aligned with you and yourself and
And your
everything like
purpose.
that. So just if you want to be a flight attendant, and then in dating, to me, if you're younger, like if I was younger and then my son had grown up while I was being a flight attendant, I think that the dynamic would have been different, besides me being home with him. Every time he's not in school, he's with me.
Yeah.
And so but whatever
Because
it
they're in
is,
10th, 11th grade to say, okay, now I'm going to be a flight
Yes,
attendant, and I need
yes.
you to act like you got some sense while I'm gone.
That was rough.
Yeah. Katina, what you feel
And
about that?
I would say, like your parents used to tell you when you were kids, like whatever you do, like be the best damn flight attendant you can be.
Whatever you gonna
like,
be. You wanna
and
be
they
a
say,
hoe,
whatever
be the
you
best hoe you wanna
the
be. That's
best
what my mother used to
damn
say.
Hoe you want to be.
Yeah.
Like what she said, but
But you know what? Let
But
me.
seriously though, because especially with the younger generation, just come in and just do the best job that you can do. Don't come in and have to it.
'Cause
and,
we got a lot of
try
young
to
girls
change it
that's
and make it
half.
into your
Half
own.
doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just just come out here and just like she said, just do it. You know, this is what you said you wanted to do. It can become glamorous. It's all those things. You just have to
wear
find
your
a
ass
balance.
out,
You
too.
have to find a balance of all of those things.
Yes.
So you can find your balance.
Yeah. Well, my you know, for a young lady, you know, because I wanted my daughter to become a flight attendant, so I wouldn't have to, because I wanted the flight benefits, and I wanted to so I had the diary in my makeup, and I wanted to take it I wanted to go places and different places to be able to do my podcast, and Frontier has made that possible. However, if you are older, it's a little bit harder, especially people have to understand that we have reinvented ourselves
Absolutely.
in our 50s,
Indeed.
you know, in our 60s. I'm 61 years old, and I can outdo a young girl in a heartbeat,
All day.
you know, with energy. You know what I'm saying?
All
But
day.
now you can't allow your family and friends to say, "Oh, you too old for that." Because I had that question was asked to me.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, don't you think you're too old? You know, or, you know, we society say, because I'm telling y'all, the thing that I posted on TikTok is so many women our age was like, you know, and I even thought that I could not be a flight attendant
Right.
because I was too old. You know, and some jobs you are cast out because you're age. But when Frontier called me back, and y'all, it took them about 4 months to get my background checked because I had so much stuff on it. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Wow.
They kept sending me, "Oh, we're still waiting on your background."
Oh, wow.
I had some disorderly conducts on there. I lived in about 20 different places, so it took
Took a while.
it took a while for me to get my background, you know, and the things that I thought was going to keep me from getting the job, it didn't. So don't let your background scare you.
That was
And if
actually-
you, okay, so say a woman wanted to be a flight attendant, she's married. What advice would you give her?
Do it. If that's what you
The advice, how would you tell her to go about preparing her spouse for this, her family?
We spoke about this earlier.
Yeah.
It's just the trust factor. It's the trust factor. So when
Got
I
it.
was married, my husband, he would, you know, support me, and he supported me as I was a sales director with Mary Kay. You know, you just have to have that trust and continue to reinforce that trust. And you have to also understand that, yeah, I am getting hit on multiple times a day by men and women.
But we can get hit on in Kroger's.
I sure do. And so, but you know, you're getting hit on, and you're out and you're away from home and everything like that. But just work on that trust, and then understand that, yeah, my significant other may be a little insecure, understandably.
Yeah.
And so we need to just reassure a little bit more. That's all. If you know, if you have a husband, just reassure him just a little bit more, because it can be a situation,
Yeah.
you know, that's a lot uncomfortable.
Yeah. Continue what you.
Yeah, I mean, just coming up with the schedule and like hey, like I said, having that balance. Like, hey, let's make sure you have those date nights. When you go home, make sure
Yes.
you spend time with each other when you go home, and make sure you do all the things. Just find time for it, because there's time. You have to find time for it.
Yes. you do.
So just
Okay.
yeah, and just
All right.
working your schedule out to where it's flexible enough.
I hate for this to come to an end, guys.
Not yet.
But I know we got. It was like girlfriends talking. Okay. Okay. So if they wanted to find you all, where can they find you, Aisha, on social media?
It's Aisha Blackford coming to you straight from the A. Aisha Blackford on everything, including Cash App.
Okay, y'all. She's a hottie.
Hey.
Katina.
Well, I'm yours _truly_Tina on Instagram. Hey, and Katina Merritt on Facebook.
Okay. All right. So my final thoughts, ladies, you know what? Y'all made this amazing, okay? And I'm sorry for the ladies that could not make it. But you guys,
miss you.
y'all kept it going. All right. Continue your stories about balancing and demanding a schedule with personal relationships really highlighted the importance of communication and understanding. It is inspiring to hear how you prioritize your relationships, even when flight calls. And Aisha, your insight as a former flight attendant brought a unique angle to our discussion. It's fascinating to hear how your experience shaped your views on dating and the lessons you carried with you by returning to being a flight attendant.
I might.
All right. Overall, what stands out is the resilience and adaptability of flight attendants in the dating scene. You've shown us that love knows no boundaries, whether in the air or on the ground. And while the job may present challenges, the reward, connections, and companionships are worth it all. Again, my name is Tanya R. Lewis, and I am with the Diary of Dating Over 50. We will come back around to these ladies one day. We're going to follow up. Absolutely. All right. And I am out. Love you guys.
The hottest dating show on social media, hosted by the sassiest model of them all, Tanya R. Lewis. Are you 50 and single, dating or waiting to mingle? Be a guest on the Diary of Dating Over 50 with your host, Tanya R. Lewis.